everyone. Welcome to episode 5 of Regionally Speaking, conversations with rural and remote Australian artists with me, Christine Porter. Hello everyone, I'm Christine Porter and I'm passionate about watercolour, but more than anything, I'm passionate about the way that we as regional artists, we're a really legitimate part of Australia's art scene. The person I'm talking to today is another regional artist. I met Kathy Ellem in Queensland years ago now. Welcome, Kathy. How is it down there in Victoria at the moment?
Oh, the weather's beautiful. Because we are remote and regional, we're not as affected as the rest of...
You're at Beechworth, aren't you?
Oh, we live near Beechworth, so we're about 45 minutes drive away. The gallery's up in Beechworth, yeah.
So I met you up in Roma, up in Queensland. How did you end up in Victoria?
Well, I grew up in Beechworth and I met Chris, who was to be my husband, over in Canada. So we were both over there on a farm exchange. I came back and did my first year of biology, and then I finished it off because he proposed to me in Queensland. And then we got married and moved out to the farm in central Queensland. We sold that farm and moved down to property near Roma, which was 20,000 acres there. And so now we're on 1,300 acres. So it's a big leap.
And the country's just a little bit different from that part of the world?
Oh, absolutely. But it's not a day that goes by where I don't wake up and look out the window wondering what we've got today, because the view is incredible from where we live.
But what I wanted to talk to you today was, though, about that painting that's behind you.
I started painting horses as the next impossible thing. So I've done this workshop with Lynn Diffenbach and came home and thought, oh gosh, I can actually, just with the simple tools that she showed us there, I can do something that I had thought was impossible to me. So I started painting flowers. And then I got in and I thought, horses are like really impossible to draw. So I had to go at doing those. They weren't my cup of tea really until I spent time with people who worked with them. And the draft horses particularly, to me, just seem to, like, they're gentle and hardworking, and they just seem to represent strength, and power. And that's sort of almost become a bit of a mantra for me.
I have to admit that I fell off a horse when I was 23, on a horse when I was 22 3/4, and that was it. For me,
Yeah.
A friend of mine, Susan Renfrey, she has a trail riding business and she put me on a horse and I'm holding this poor horse so tightly, it's turning around and trying to bite me. She said, come on, she said, these people get on horses and they don't even worry about it. I said, yeah, but have they fallen off?
I was meant to be around horses, but just not the same as what most other people do. I'm supposed to paint them, not actually be with them.
I think I'd painted many horse pictures at all until one day I put together some. And I thought, I've used it here as an etching, and I did those drawings that time. Yeah, it's such an interesting subject. Tell me about being a regional artist. Do you think it's an advantage?
I think there's definitely disadvantages to being regional. As obviously when we were up at Roma, it was really hard to get to different events. It just made me more determined to sort of make it work. I think it just fuels your determination to get over that hump. And then obviously you've got your network and your people, and my work appeals to regional people.
Yeah, I'm quite interested in the number of people who have ended up living in the city, the children or the grandchildren of people. And at one stage when I first started painting shearing sheds, so many city people said to me, my grandfather or my great-grandfather was in the sheds. I think that as painters of regional subjects, that we've got a place to connect that country to the people who...
So we'd been going through all this series of horrible stuff. I went through this really angry phase and frustrated and depressed. And then I thought, none of this stuff is helping me. So I started looking at it and thinking, well, how can it help? How can I sort of build a bridge? And I feel like my art is a very quiet, subtle way of saying, here's something beautiful. Everyone that lives on the land isn't out there destroying the country. There are actually people out there wanting to sequester carbon. They're very conscious of that. They're interested in their animal health and welfare. There's more people out there that are interested and doing those sorts of things, and there are the ones that are hurting and maiming and all the negative elements. And that's where this strength idea has come from. So strength in my art, strength in representing the people who are rural and having even just a small voice, and representing us who we are a minority in our own little way. So make lots of marks, make lots of mistakes, but make frustration your best friend. To take those times that are really frustrating where you're failing and just keep building on it, because often after a series of failures you get a breakthrough painting, and they are really exciting, and that's what keeps me coming back. It's addictive.
I like it when someone gives me a challenge, something's got to be done by the day after tomorrow, or it's a new subject, or it's important to them, or something like that. A small bit of challenge doesn't hurt anybody.
Keep practicing. Anyone who does like gymnastics or any of the sports, the golfers, they practice that swing all the time. Like, how could you not think art wasn't the same?
Exactly.
I was like so many people where I thought talent was this thing that you had and had nothing to do with the hours that you spend actually trying to perfect a thing.
There's nothing like everyone thinking that you're this serious magical creature. I don't find it. I don't know.
People tell me I'm talented all the time, and it's like, no, it's hard work.
So where can people see your work?
Probably the best places are on the social. Facebook is just Kathy Ellem Artist. Instagram is Kathy Ellem, and then the website www.kathyellem.com.
And if we were in Beechworth, what days of the week are you open?
Friday and Saturdays now. It's just me up there, and the gallery's just full of my work.
Nice. Sounds great. Well, Kathy, thanks for taking time out of your work day today. And it's been really great to talk to you, and we'll talk again soon.
Thanks, Christine. Bye.
Okay.
I was always inspired by you and all the others that we had come around, and like I said, I got over this hump where I thought, hang on, I'm not limited by anything, like it's just a yet thing. I can't do that yet. What else can't I do yet,